and welcome back to my solo playthrough of Dune Imperium. I believe rules-wise I should be okay, but there was a great comment which I kind of misunderstood originally. I think this was not towards me in respect to the app. There are two versions of the app. There's a standalone version of the Dune Imperium app, and then there is basically a version that comes as part of the Direwolf Game Room app, and that's the one that you need because that's the version that keeps getting updated, and this also introduces those two extra cards which make these cards go away here. So definitely a great tip and really do appreciate it. I think with that being said, we should be able to move on. I should be the starting player this round, but again, the first thing that we are going to do is to draw our next conflict card, and that's Sword Through the Chaos. If you win this one, you will get the Mentat for the next round. Pretty much an extra action. And this can be huge. The other award is kind of meh, but still good enough. I mean, an intrigue card is never a bad thing. Having some more cash, also not the worst thing in the world, but really getting this Mentat here for the round after that could be quite powerful. Problem is, we see that for ourselves here, the beast still has 7 troops in his garrison here. All the others are at 0, and I think I can scroll over here. That's our space. That's House Thorwald here. We have pretty much used all our troops. I'm not sad about this because this gave me another victory point during the last one. So yeah, we are at 2, but it's really hard catching up with the beast here. But let's see how things go. I already have drawn my cards for this round, and we have 2 new cards that are popping up. The Bene Gesserit is definitely great. It allows me to draw an extra card, and because of my prescience, we can look what the next card is. Dr. Yui, which allows me to draw another card. So yeah, this could be a nice... I feel like the engine is starting to kick in now, but I'm pretty sure it will not last. Pretty sure House Thorwald will make that race, but yeah, let's see about that. Anyway, we are the first player, and I have no clue if we will be able to actually get some more troops out. There is the rally troop space up here in the Landsrat for $4, so this might not be our... Yeah, this could be an okay idea. Again, it's not a combat space, so we are not allowed to move those guys directly into combat, but at least we can prep them maybe for the round to come. Of course, I want the free Mentat here, and I can get the Mentat here too by simply spending $5. That could be a choice too, and as we are drawing more cards, could be an okay thing to do. And again, here we are drawing also an extra card, so we can really cycle through our deck and maybe just preparing us for a great end of round buying phase, or maybe prepping us for the combat phase. But therefore we really need some troops in the combat area. Overall, resource wise, we are also not in a bad shape. We have some cash, we have some spice, and we have some water here. So definitely we have options in this case. But I guess we want to earn some more money. Again, the Landsrat can be quite expensive, so maybe selling some melange could be an idea. Yeah, let's do that. So we are playing the Bene Gesserit Initiate. We will trigger the first ability, or this ability here first, which gives us Dr. Yui. We know that. We take him to our hand, and we can check out the next card, because you may look at the top of your deck at any time. Yeah, that's a convincing argument. Nice buying power. We may still want to have it at the end of the round. Then we are sending our agent here, and we are sending the agent with 2 of our spice. And this converts into 6 more Solari. I think we can also make a change here. So I think money-wise, we are really in a good shape. Can't remember if the Atreides family was in that good shape, but apparently we are. But that's pretty much our turn. So we are moving over to the beast, and that's the... Hey, Liner. You kidding me? Yeah, that's bad, because I think they will never have to worry about troops at all for the remainder of the game. They will up their Spacing Guild influence here, therefore they will collect the victory points, so they're now at 4 already, and they will move 3 more troops into the combat area, as this is a combat space, and because it's a combat space, they're moving 2 more troops in here. So maybe again it's something where we could say, why not let them do that, let them use their troops, and then maybe for the next round when some more victory point cards are showing up. But this also means they will also use the Mentat, so they will then go into the next round with a 4th worker, and that's really truly insane. And yeah, I already have taken care of the victory point here, and yeah, that's pretty much the card. Let's check out Earl Memnon. Okay, the Harvest Spy space, yeah, they can do that, as there is a space with bonus spies on it, and I think that's again bad news. So this could be a rather short video actually. So this game could be over pretty much in the next round or so. So they're getting 3 spies from the space plus the bonus spies from this makers area here. Overall, this brings them to 9 spies. They will cash in 7 of those 9 for yet another victory point here. They don't have any troops in their area here, which kind of okay. So they would move 2 troops in here, but this is something they are not going to do. But the victory point was definitely powerful enough. I was thinking about this for quite some time, but I think ultimately this is not a bad space. It gives us an entry card, it gives us an extra a troop out there. We don't have to send the troop to the combat area if we don't want to. And if we're using Dr. Yui, we would also draw our card, and I think that's the idea, right? Yeah, let's do that. Again, we will start with the effect here. This gives us the convincing argument. We already know that. And this, yeah, we will have to send our troop in here. We are getting a troop. I have to think about this, if I want to send the troop to the combat or not. Maybe not. On the other hand, we will get an entry card, so that's definitely something we are going to check out. And again, we can do that in any order, and that's a plot card, and it's not a, maybe it's a great card actually. When thinking about it, this could be a great card. The card you play this turn has the following icons, so we can basically up the card that we are playing, and we might want to use the Fremen symbol here. Maybe we get some more hardy warriors out there, and we will also increase our reputation there. So maybe, okay, maybe I was a little bit too quick, and I still have 1 action, at least 1 action that is. So I guess that's an okay card actually. But of course I still have to think about if I want this troop in here. I don't really have high hopes that we will win this combat. 2nd place, also not terrible, but the next card could be a straight up victory point, and 1 is not 3, you know. No, let's send it to the garrison. Might be a terrible mistake, but I will do it anyway. So this was Dr. Yui. Again, it's not going to the discard pile right away, it goes to a played area, and we are really discarding only at the very end of this round. Then it's the beast again, and we have the selective breeding again. Oh, again, that's so bad, because this will give them yet an additional victory point here. Right, yeah, they will go in here, they will up their influence with the Bene Gesserit. That's yet another victory point. Isn't that lovely? Over to House Thorwald and Karthak. That's the space we went to, so we have to keep drawing. And they will go to secrets, and secrets is still available, and that's again so bad, because they have upped the influence or reputation with the Bene Gesserit once more. So they will collect this marker here, and as long as they have the marker, it will give them 1 more victory point. So if we are making it beyond that point, they will stay where they are. Very unlikely we will take it over, but the same is true for the other AI play. Again, they are playing independently, but yeah, they are pretty much 3 points away of winning the game. So again, very likely that this game will end prematurely before the conflict deck is running out. Then it's back to us, and we might want to consider getting the Mentat. And I think we can still check the top of our deck, right, with our prescience ability, and that also has the Fremen symbol, and we might be really able to get rid of it. Again, when we go here, we're also getting that extra card. So maybe let's do that. So we are playing the dagger, which allows us to send someone to the Landsrat. We have to spend 5. Normally that's only 2, but in this version of the game, solo mode on the medium difficult level, that cost us 5. Kind of unfair. But we have the money, not the problem. So we will take the Mentat, we will use it as pretty much our next worker, and we have to use the Mentat this round. And we will also draw the card here, and that's again the Seek Allies. That's a little bit disappointing, but again, maybe we will play this card now to get rid of it. Might be an idea at least. So we have the card, we have the Mentat, which means we are getting one more action, but the beast also has an action left, and the same is true for House Thorwald. Okay, they will move or go to the Emperor on the wealth space here. They will simply up their influence. So now we something to consider for us if we should maybe really try to make it up here. It gives us 2 more troops, and we could lock that victory point, and we should really do that before they do that. Because first who goes here gets this disc, and the next player who really wants to take this away must be higher than this player. So something to consider. Right now we still have a chance. So let's see what House Thorwald is doing. And they will conspire, and yes, this will give them an additional victory point. So they're moving up here. Of course, let's also place the work. I think I also forgot that doing his last action. And they will also get 2 troops for that. It's not a combat space, but those 2 troops will actually go to the garrison. But because they reached another level on the influence track of the Emperor, they just scored the 8th victory. I think they scored 3 points this round alone. I think so. I actually do think so. That's truly insane. So now it's back to us. We still, even though we are the starting player, we have the Mentat, which means we have an extra action to go for. Again, resource-wise, still not in a bad shape. We have a lot of options in respect to our card. So we can go to all of those spaces. We can still send one here to Arrakis. We have the Dune, but I think I want to hold on to the Dune Reconnaissance. I was thinking of getting rid of, but it gives me still some buying power. So I'm really considering right now using the Seek Allies and upping my Emperor track actually, and then trash it. Problem is we are last next round, so I have no clue if we will be able to make it to the Emperor before whatever the beast is doing this. Thorwald is not the problem, but it's really the beast. If the beast is the starting player next round, and the first thing they will do is to get that thing, and a human player would do that, it's definitely kind of a risk. But I think that's the only thing that from a timing perspective currently does matter, and this still gives us a buying point. So I think, yeah, let's at least... no, we cannot go there. Oh, forget my speech here. Of course, both of those spaces are blocked. What am I talking about? That was actually pretty bad. It really, really was. So maybe we want to go to the still suits, or to the Fremen at least, and we could go for some more troops. I think I will not send them to the combat, because again, there is no way we will win this combat against the beast. So maybe spending the water here, preparing for the next round. On the other hand, I really wanted to get some more troops, but we don't have any more Landsrat cards in our hand. No, we don't. We have the yellow, so again, we could send a lot of folks to... And I think we should, because then we can also use this space here. Siege Tabor. Maybe, I think let's do that. Let's use the Seek Allies card, and I think we are going to trash that. So we are sending our Mentat now. No, let's send them here to the Hardy Warriors. Yeah, we will have to spend our water, not a problem. We will gain 1 influence here. We are now allowed to use the Siege Tabor. I think that's definitely the plan. And we are getting 2 more troops, and it's a combat space, so we could send the guys in here. And maybe we should do that and simply use the staged incident. Would that be... I mean, it's another victory. We're getting a victory point now from our influence with the Fremen. I think that's not a bad thing. We are going to destroy this card here too, so this is out. Yeah, and again, it's a combat space, so we can move those guys in here, and then I would be able to use the stage in. It makes me feel like progress, you know what I mean? And we can always wait what we get, but we don't have any more daggers, I believe, in our hand. No, there's no chance we will win this combat. Or should we rather... We will not do both, actually. I mean, if we could win, we will most likely not use the staged incidents to remove it out, right? So I think, yeah, let's do that. Why not? So we will send the guys in here. And I guess that's the end of the action phase. I'm going to take my reveal step now. So I think persuasion-wise, we should be in okay shape. That's 3, 4... 5 plus the 2 from the High Council, that's 7. And actually, I'm really tempted to go for this opulence. On the other hand, I could also go for the Worm Riders, because right now I am at 2 influence. But really, getting 3 money when we play it, or we can trade it in later on, or spend 6 coins for victory point. This really seems very powerful. Yeah, let's do that. It's an Emperor card, which would also help us on that track too. So I guess, yeah, let's do that. Let's try to sweet talk our Emperor. We will draw another card. Maybe it's a 1. No, it's not a 1. It's the Kwisatz Haderach. Send one of your agents from anywhere to any board space, even if occupied. I think that's a pretty powerful card and also allows us to draw 1 extra card. I will totally take that. That's pretty nice, but yeah, we don't have 8 money left. We have 1, and there is no card out with only 1. So yeah, we will basically move into the combat phase of the round. So we are moving to 6, they are moving to 10, and they're moving... Oh no, they don't have anything in the combat area. I think that's at least something. And then we are drawing a card, but again, it doesn't really matter. That's a Harvest Spice, so they get 12 strength points instead of only 10, which definitely gives them the Mentat. I think we might be actually good. I'm just checking this. Take the Mentat from its space on the board. If it's there, you can take it from another player or another space. It has to be on the Mentat area. Place it on your leader. You may then use it of your agent to take an agent turn. When you take the Mentat as a conflict reward, keep it as an agent for the next round and don't return it to the board at the end of this war. I think, guys, help me here. Do you get the Mentat or not? I think this when you take as a conflict reward, I think it still applies, or this first section of the thing applies. I really didn't think about that because it didn't happen to me. It's very obvious. You can take it from another player or another space. I think it has to be on the parking position actually. I think so. I really think so. So I guess I'm in a really great shape actually. That's amazing. So yes, they're definitely first, but they don't get the Mentat in. I really hope I don't messing this up. I'm pretty sure I will not win this game anyway, so it will not change things, but here I'm really curious. But I can still play a card actually after they have resolved their extra power. I think we will play the staged incidents, which means we are losing 3 of our troops. They will go back, and therefore we will score an additional victory point. So this last card gave us enough troops and a victory point and another victory point here. So I think that was definitely worth it. Nice. Okay, but they will still get, that intrigue card, and that's the 1 and 2 more, and I think that's still bad because they will get the 2 coins still. They're at 8. They will cash in 7 of those 8 for a victory point, and they will also cash in those 3 intrigue cards for yet another point, which means they're moving up to 7 points in total. Okay, we will do the makers next. I think we can stay in here. Only Hagar Basin and the Imperial Basin will get a maker. Oh, this needs to be here. And those troops are gone too, by the way. And then we are returning all of our agents and moving into the next round. Okay, we will start by drawing our next card. Whoa. Battle for Arrakeen. Again, it's a battle for Arrakeen. That's 2 freaking victory points. Wow, that's insane. I somehow have to do whatever I can this round. That's 2 points. and control over Arrakeen. Right now, Arrakeen's control is still with them. And I believe, oh, of course, because House Thorwald is controlling Arrakeen already, Earl Memnon is allowed to send one troop from their supply to the combat, to the conflict immediately. Boah, that's truly tough. Okay, the beast is going first. So let's see. No, I hate these guys. I truly am. Oh boy, they will rally some more troops. Isn't that lovely? Of course, right now they cannot deploy those troops because it's not a combat space. But again, they're at 9, I believe, right? That's so insane. And it's really the space I wanted to get to. Wow, that's terrible. Let's see what Earl Memnon is doing. And ooh, yeah, Carthage. That's pretty powerful for them too. Because again, they will get one more troop from their supply. Going in here, it's a combat space, so they're moving 2 more troops in here. So I think they really did everything correctly. That's 8 fighting power they have in here, plus the card. And again, the round just started. You really must be kidding me. And again, there was nothing I could have done here, actually. I think, yeah, convincing argument. The dagger is okay. That's some point. The diplomacy, I don't know. I think we may have to go for the Bene Gesserit now, the initiate, because it allows me to draw a card. And with our prescience, we know it's a dagger. That's not bad, but definitely not enough. It really isn't enough. But I think we will play the Bene Gesserit anyway. And we will go to Siege Tabor here. We have the 2 influence, so that's not a problem. We will draw the card, which we already know. That's the dagger. It's a fighting point. We can use our prescience again. That's Dr. Yui. Gets us another card. Okay, also not terrible. Of course, let's also place the guy in here. We get some water, which definitely important. And we will also get a troop. It's a combat space. So yes, we will totally deploy that into the combat area. It's a slow start, but I will take it anyway. Okay, that's not too bad. Back to the beast and harvest spice. Yes, of course, things are getting delicate, so this is currently the most valuable spot. Again, they will go to a space with the highest bonus spice, so they will get 2 from the space plus the 1. The problem is they still have 5, so they're taking those 7, and we'll convert this to yet another victory point. And because it's a combat space, the beast is sending some troops into the combat area. Boah, that will be a tough round. Very, very bloody round. Let's see. Second action for Earl Memnon. Also the harvest spice. And yeah, there is still a space, but at least troops-wise, that is okay. So they will send their troops in the Imperial base, and they will get 1 extra spice from that, because they don't have any troops in their garrison. At least they're not allowed to send any more troops in there. So for us, this was okay. This not so much. This was definitely bad. But now it's back to me, and I guess we are... that's so bad. That's truly bad. I really need the Mentat, I believe. The problem is we would have to spend a very, very valuable dagger for that. But otherwise, I will lose. I think I have to take that. Yeah, let's do that. So we're using the dagger. We will send our agent here. We will spend 5 of our Solari. And we will draw our card first. We know it's Dr. Yui, which gives us yet another card. Not sure if we can use it or not. We will get the Mentat, though. We can check the topmost card again, the Guild Administrator. No, I think this doesn't help us at all. I think there's really not a lot we can do, actually. I don't think so. Okay, this was our dagger and our action. Then it's the beast again. They will go to full base, which is actually okay, I guess. They will simply gain 1 more influence here. Then it's the last card for this round for Earl Memnon, and it's also the last card of the deck. And now they will go to Arrakeen. Yeah, of course, I could have checked the discard pile. Obviously, I didn't. I think this was our kind of last chance to somehow get the card, the victory points from that conflict card. That's terrible. So they will go in here. Therefore, they will get one of their cubes. It's a combat space. This goes directly into the combat area. Terrible, terrible things. It still has the signet ring, which is not too bad at this point in time. But they will basically gain one more spice for that. Yeah, it's a 1p card, right? Yeah, if that would have been the 2p card, but I think this was out already relatively early. We still might have a chance, but in this case, even with 2 workers left, or agents left, that is, I will not be able to make it. With sending someone to Arrakeen and not allowing Earl Memnon to send one more troop in here, I might have been able to tie here. And I think they still get a coin, right? Yeah, because they're controlling that space. Almost forgot. But now I really don't think that we have any chance here. So actually the best I can do is to get one more victory point out of this situation by simply sending 2 remaining agents here to the Fremen. This would give me 2 more influence here. We would get a water, we would get the victory point here, but that's that. We will have some troops in there, but it will not be enough to defeat Earl Memnon there. And I think there is really nothing else we can do. I mean, we know what card we are drawing. We have Dr. Yui. We know we would draw this guy here, the Guild Administrator. Not a bad card, but doesn't really help us at this point in time. So I guess that's pretty much game over here. So yeah, okay, we will do that anyway. So we are using the diplomacy now to send someone here to the Hardy Warriors. We again have the water, we got that from Siege Tabor. We get the extra influence, we get 2 more troops. We will definitely deploy these 2 to the combat, so don't get me wrong here. So this was the diplomacy. They all had to pass, so we can go there again actually, and I think we will go to the still suits, and again it doesn't matter. We will use Dr. Yui here. We will draw this card into our hand, and we have to use the Dispatch and Envoy because this gives this card then the Fremen symbol we need. We will send our Mentat here, and this will give us 1 water. Again, also not a bad thing. And we will gain 1 more reputation, which will give us 1 more water, and we will get this I don't know, alliance token. I think that's the alliance token, right? Which at least bumps up to 5 points, at least I should say. So I wasn't really counting on that. So this was Dr. Yui, this was our Mentat. Now we are moving into our reveal turn, which doesn't really help us. I mean, we have a lot of buying power still, and we have 1 more sword here, but that's really not enough. We have 6. We will go for the Worm Riders. Again, it doesn't really help us in any way, but we will take it anyway. With the 6, we will reveal another Bene Gesserit Initiate. Let's set our combat score. Keep in mind, we still had a Decker, so we have 6 and 7 from here. Again, not bad, not really bad. They have 4, but they can easily beat us here. And they have 10. Yeah, that's a 10. Easily. And that was our reveal turn. We are doing combat, and I think I'm first, which means the first card. We even have to reshuffle the deck now. You must be kidding me. So I think this is now... No, I think it's not really important, actually. No, it isn't. Yeah, we definitely want 2nd place. We will go for an intrigue card, at least, I guess. So let's basically make a cut. Now really shuffle this deck well. So this is now the card for the beast. That's 2 more points. That's okay. At least we are 2nd. But again, it doesn't really matter. It's only a 1. We might really have been able to defeat those guys. And that's not the one. We have to be careful that we are not using the 2p card here, but that's 1p card, so that's totally fine. And yeah, that's the combat result. So Earl Memnon has won this combat. They will hold on to this. They will score 2 more victory points. We are 2nd. That's at least something. So we get to choose 2 of those. I couldn't care less, actually. So we will go for 2 more spice. And why not? Let's simply show you an intrigue card. The game is over now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And that's the charisma. Gain 2 persuasion during your reveal turn this round as a plot card. Can be okay if you would be able to whatever bump your persuasion up to 9 with that. That's a victory point right off the bat. That may still be okay. And you don't have to play this card. I mean, you have to hold on to that. Later on, or when you play the multiplayer game, you have to be very very careful about your entry cards. In theory, you can have any amount of entry cards in your hand. But if you have 4 cards, I believe, I think it's 4, right? The secrets, 4 or more entry cards, exactly. You can basically steal a card from them. If that's one of those end game scoring cards, those are huge. Truly huge, then it's something to be careful. In this case, they will never steal cards from you. That's at least something. But again, it doesn't really matter too much. All those troops will go away. This will reset. We would move into the maker step. Only the great flat would gain 1 extra spice. Now we are going to the recall, and the first thing that you do during recall is to do the victory point check. And yes, Earl Memnon has 10 of those, which means we have just lost the game badly. Wow, okay, that was definitely interesting. I was feeling I was able to catch up, but I was simply too late, or maybe the AI, the bots were too quick for me. I don't know what went wrong. Didn't really have a strong hand of cards. I'm pretty sure I did some poor choices there, but ultimately it was really, really a fun ride. I enjoyed every minute of this playthrough. It's definitely challenging, and this is really one of the games I would continue playing with the solo mode as is. I really like it a lot. I still think or believe that the game is much better when you really play it with 4 players or so, because then you make human decisions and more informed decisions and things are going back and forth. But still a very, very, very cool solo mode. If you like the app or not, again, you can play this game totally fine without the app by simply adding some tweaks in order to rotate some of those cards up there. But apart from that, it's really a great, great solo mode. A huge shout out to all of my patrons out there. Really do appreciate all your support. You guys are great, insane, and stars. If you want to support my channel, you will find a link to my page on Patreon. You can support me here on YouTube by clicking that little join button. Like and subscribe. This also greatly helps. And yeah, really hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye bye.